I'm excited to introduce you to some of the AI features associated with our behavioral statistics workbook. So when you go to read the assigned reading, you can open it in several different formats. PDF, which works great for like on a desktop or if you're going to print it. MS Word, which is really good for your handheld device. You can listen to it in audio, like if you're on a drive. And experimentally, I have it translated into Spanish, done by the Google AI machine translator. And it supports like 130 plus languages. In order to get an opportunity to experience this with AI, you can go ahead and open up the PDF version on your desktop. And when you do that, the Google Gemini will go ahead and open up alongside, typically to give you a summary of it. So here's this chapter, 01, and it starts off by providing a summary of descriptive statistics. You can click more, and it gives you some of the main points. And I recommend taking a look at the summary. When you start reading material, it can get overwhelming, all the amount of detail and information. And sometimes you can lose an understanding of the forest because you're so focused on the individual trees. And the AI is a nice way to kind of get an overall summary before you dive deeper into it. In addition, at the top of several of your sections, it'll say learning goals and prompts for use with AI. If you go ahead and highlight that, right click, choose copy. And if you're working with Gemini, you can just plop it right here, ask Gemini. I'll paste it. But if not, you can do this with ChatGPT. It'll go ahead and, based on that prompt, provide an overview of the chapter. And it's a prompt that I've tested out myself and have found to work really well. So you can go through and read this. And this is really nice, again, to take a look at before you go through the chapter, so that you kind of get that big view. So I'm just going to paste that prompt here into ChatGPT as well. So explain the difference between descriptive and inferential statistics, including why and when each is used. Provide examples drawn from student athletics or your own favorite hobby, and truly just put your own hobby into that spot. Describe the importance of a representative sample and how it relates to sampling error. And then here's that nice overview. And then after you've taken a look at the overview, go ahead and do the reading. And then after the reading, in addition to the test your understanding things that you can find in the workbook assignment, you can also ask the AI, say, please generate 10 multiple choice questions to help test my knowledge of this material. Boom, there you go. And it has the answer right afterwards. I recommend asking it to put the answer at the very end, because if you see B and you look at B, you're going to get the, oh, I knew it all along. Where if the answer is not there, you're more likely to get a true test. So I might say, redo with another set of questions, place answers at the end. So it's thinking, go ahead and create that and put it out there. In addition, the AI can also act as a tutor. So you could say, tell me more why we can't use inferential statistics to prove things. That might be a concept you're like, and boom, it can go ahead and go over that. Another important question could be, why would we use experiments and not correlations in order to explore cause and effect, right? Why experiments rather than correlations to test cause and effect? And then again, it kind of goes in. This would be like if you're at like the math tutoring center and you wanted help with this. And the nice thing is that like at the math tutoring center, you got a real live breathing person you can interact with, and that is incredibly valuable. But if it's 1 in the morning, you may then need to switch to the AI to help you get through some material. And so it can go over it with you. So that's a little bit about how you can use the AI in helping you as you're studying this material. All right, take care.